One sec, I just forgot to get the link for this video to advertise to the SPC. Hoping that's not... Wait, one sec. Get rid of that. So I'm able to do this, and then... One sec, as I'm just doing this. There we go. Alright. Get back to this. Make sure that's back on. There we go. We should be good. So, g'day there, ladies and ladians. Welcome back to our Nature's Madness run of Pokemon Black 2. Last week, we caught some more Pokemon. A lot of females added to the team. Well, to the PC. And we managed to defeat Berg. It was an interesting battle. It wasn't too bad, but we got there. This is our current team. We did manage to evolve Violu. But we also got a Sandile. Now, Sandile's nature is kind of basic. It's more of a thing for like a harder ROM hack maybe, you know? But for the most part it's just a regular Sandile. So I'm kind of thinking of replacing it. I'm also kind of realizing that Magby and Flappy's nature are pretty much the same thing, but Flappy's is a bit better. So maybe in the future I'll revise that, but it would be good to maybe switch one of these out because I want it to be a bit more diverse, you know? So I'm thinking maybe switching out Brooke, maybe switching out Dora? Buzz is still okay. I mean, Dora's pretty good, but I don't know. We won't be able to get Magmortar, so we'll be stuck with Magmar. So I'm kind of okay with swapping out Magby. So let's take a look at our PC and see what we can use. So, I believe with this Drillbur, hang on. Hardy. Yep, a buff move must be used upon switching. So, that's something. What else are we thinking? Naughty? Why do I keep doing that? Naughty. A debuff per enemy Pokemon on the field before damage moves. We could potentially do that with TMs. But I believe it's also got the hustle ability. Yeah, that's not great. We're not looking for another trade evolution. Could go back to Tavig. Just a default for determining what it does. And I believe this one was gentle, yeah, so not that great. Don't have many good options for replacements. So, what we'll do is we'll go and try and find some more Pokemon, because we defeated the gym. We hopefully have more ability to get more Pokemon. We got Brookedale with Eviolite, and she also has Intimidate, so pretty useful. So I'm curious, do we go back this way? Or are we supposed to be going north? Oh, quick call. That could be useful. They're inspecting the bridge to make sure it's strong enough. Okay. Well, guess we're not going this way. Hey! We're going... hello. We do. Yeah, so Colorus, I'm guessing, is a pun on colorless. You know, like, as in, like, grey. Right. We should be able to refuse battle, I reckon. Now, this breeder wanted to do a rematch a few times. Yep. Sorry for the yawning. I woke up kind of recently. I know it's like, you can see the time, but I like to sleep in a bit. Anyway, this breeder for some reason keeps battling me. Like, every time I come back here, she wants to do another battle. I don't know if it's only this trainer, or if it's like a bug or something, but... Now, remember what we're saying now, we can't use moves unless they are 100% accurate. So if we get hit by a sand attack, then we cannot use our sand arm. Or mud slap. Okay, well I've already selected my move, but now we can't. Because it's not guaranteed to be 100% accurate, so we're going to need to switch out. Oh, insurance. No. I'm good. Alright, so we need to switch. Hopefully it doesn't use a special move. Right, that's fine. It's not a fairy type, so we can use Force Palm pretty well. Yeah, she kept... Every time we get back here, she keeps wanting to battle, so I don't know if that's like a glitch or if that's intended. I really don't like this guy. Alright. Magnemite. Well, we have the other hand, but I don't think we have a ground type move. Yeah, no ground. This isn't particularly good. Alright, we're gonna have to switch. Does Magnet Bomb count as a special move? I think it does, doesn't it? That's probably why it's doing so much damage. Alright, let's go with Dora. Just burn it. Clink. Well, we can't switch, so we're gonna have to go for it. Oh nice, our flame buddy triggered. Almost there. Ah, protein. Don't know who's that gonna be useful for, but it's good. Well, Ting could be a bit better, but it's not too bad. Anything here? No. Hello? Okay. What an odd house. Still, it's a house you can go into. It would be awkward if there was a Pokemon game that you can't really enter buildings. Wouldn't it? Alright. So, is this like a new route? Because I'd like to get like a Yamask or even a Maractus would be pretty cool. Dang it. Needle? What kind of name is that? Come on, Brook. Oh, you got a Tune as well. Never mind. We'll be switching out. You definitely only have physical moves. But yeah, this is my first time actually using Lucario, which is pretty cool. It's just one of those Pokemon that's like really hyped up, and so I don't want to use it. Okay, because he used a supporting move, we gotta do the same thing. Alright, now we're allowed to attack. Okay, I can't climb up that. A lot of trainers around. TM Fatigue. That is useful, we can teach it to a book. Oh, and we can teach you to Lucario. I don't think that's necessary. Grimer? Probably not. Get rid of Xan attack, why not? We don't need to rely on accuracy strat. Not for this fun. Scraggy, we already got one of those. Right, fair amount of trainers here, but that'll be a good experience. But I mean, you should just try and get more Pokemon before battling trainers, you know? See what my team's gonna be like. Yeah, this could be nutty. Ah, and we got Poison Point, dang it. Well, if we want experience, we gotta switch. So, let's go to Veggie. Okay, so we need to use a different route. So let's go in with a Sludge. Ouch! Alright, Reggie might be going down, but we can use that as an opportunity to switch into Swordle. Torment is fine. Maybe Dingle and Grimer wouldn't be that bad. All things considered. Alright. Let's try and get the poison off, I think. That'll integrate first. Yeah, because Dig with the leftovers could actually be pretty useful. Alright, Torment. Yeah. Alright, well, Stalky needs to be sent in. Excellent. Okay, so I'm thinking we go back, heal up, and then we try and get more Pokemon. Oh, we battle more trainers after we get a few more members, because if we want to split, we want to get some experience for them, you know? Hopefully this... every single time! It's gonna be like a bug or something at this point. Rita Irene. Like, every single time we get past her. Well, we're in a nice spot here. We're just gonna Silky straight away. Like, we can still switch into her. It's just that if an ally gets knocked out, we have to send her out. Hello, Minisers. Infinite challenge, I reckon, like, do you know if it's a bug or if it's intended or something? But it seems like every time we go past her, she wants to battle. Guess we did get hit by a massage, didn't we? And we can infinitely farm money from her with the Amulet coin, but like, it's just a bit annoying. Because I bet next time I get past her, I'm gonna be challenged by her again. So, I don't know if it's like a bug or if it's intentional. But, I want to get past her, catch a few more Pokemon, and then we can go back and do some trainer battles. Because I'm looking to replace maybe Magby, maybe Sandile. Just for some more diversity in the room. I'll take the infinite funding. Yeah, I mean, it's something. It's just a little bit annoying. I might just go Silky straight away to make it a bit quicker. Because I'm realizing that Magby and Flappy's nature are basically the same thing, but Flappy's is slightly better. So I might need to change that up. But at least for now, I can just switch out one of them. And then Sandile's ability, or nature. Yep, figured. Sandile's nature is like, you can't attack unless it's 100% accurate, or at least it's, you know, calculated to be 100% accurate. Which is relatively fine, like, there's a few times we get hit by a Mudslap or a Sand Attack or whatever, but for the most part, it's just a vanilla Crocodile, eventually, you know? So I'm thinking about maybe switching it out. Like, Drillbur could be interesting. I haven't really used Drillbur before. But we need to get a buff move on Drillbur before we can start using it. So I know in the future we'll be able to get like Swords Dance, and that'll be good. Now please stop battling me. Alright. Oh! Evolution. Here we go. believe it's like a level then friendship, or is it friendship then level? I think it's level then friendship for like, the evolution. Protect, we don't need that. Neat. Okay, so we have to get more. Let me look at the map. Because we got Desert Resort over here. So it might be back there further along with the trainers, because this looks like Nimbus City. So if we keep going this way, I'm just gonna try and avoid the trainers for now, because I would like new Pokemon before we do trainers. Desert Resort. So hopefully we can get something new like a Yamask, perhaps a Fossil, Maractus, Sigilith, plus anything from the previous gen. So let's actually check it out. Are you lucky, Larvesta? I don't know wild Pokemon? Oh, there we go. Sandile. I mean, I guess we can check the Pokédex to see what it says about this area. No, we want Desert Resort. Okay, so we can get Dwebble. That's good. We can probably get a few more. Hey, Dwebble. Alright. It's another lady. It's a ladybug. So, I'm gonna try and catch this, but what are we gonna name it? Probably do one more. I'm gonna switch to Buzzer because Paralysis is a pretty good, reliable stats condition. Alright. Yeah, we'll try a basic Pokeball. We might need to be using Great Balls from now on. Hey, got it. Mrs. Krabs, we can do that. Mrs. Krabs. Mrs. Was it capitalized for you? We could put a space in there, but I think that's good enough. Cool. So, hopefully we can still get like a Yamask or Maractus Sigilif. Darumaka. I might just switch to Magby so that we can run away a bit more reliably. Oh, here's a high speed. Yeah, Magby. Because our speed set helps us run away. Over to Maka. And we need to go further on. Alright, well, this looks to be a double battle. So I think Brook and let's go chosen one. No, okay. Then we go back to Joe for the wild battles. Ah, so we're not fully there yet. Okay. That might explain why we're getting the same Pokemon. But still, Dwebble is good. Because I know in the first game you can get your fossil around here. So let's see what it's like in the secret game. You're a nurse, so I bet if I battle you, I'll be able to heal up whenever I want. So that's something worth considering. But for now, I want to hang around in the sand. Hey, Sigilif! Alright, we can't switch as Magby, that's the downside. Alright, well, we're gonna name this Male Sigilif. Man, it hurts like a truck. Catching this thing is gonna be kind of rough. Well, we have to send in Silky. We'll go with one big bite. This is rough. Maybe battling that nurse for healing isn't such a bad idea. Alright, we gotta catch it before it uses a whirlwind again. So we'll use a great ball. Dang it. Alright, Buzzer, we need to paralyze it quickly, and then we can toss it out another great ball. Come on! No! Well, At least it's not a Nuzlocke, so that doesn't count as a fail or anything. So we're gonna beat up this nurse so we can heal up a bit. Wait, she only has a Cleffa? Okay. And with the Sandstorm, it's pretty hard to lose this battle. Cute charm as well, okay. There we go. A very easy battle. Just tedious. So Sidra is going to be a bit harder to catch because of its whirlwind. We'll go chosen one, that way we can switch out if we need to. Come on. My one's gonna have Cleffa as a starter. Fair enough. And let me guess, Igglybuff and Azurill as well or something? So we could potentially paralyze it with Force Palm. Okay, we don't have any special attacks, so we're gonna have to switch. Alright. Buzzer, let's go. Man, this Sidra hurts. Okay, well, before we die, we'd like to get Thunder Wave off. This guy's so strong. I could potentially poison it, but we are way too psychic. Come on. Whirlwind. This is gonna be a hard battle to get. Well, hard Pokemon to get. I might have to use that infinite money from Irene to get some Great Balls for this. Hey, Miraculous, we also need one of those, so let's just try and get it. Then we might need to go back and get some more Great Balls. counts as a physical attack. So good. Let's go ahead and switch and try and paralyze. Actually, we don't have too much turns because of the sand. Come on, Pokeball. Female Maractus. What's it gonna be? Okay, cool, we got it. Alright. Female Maractus. The Maractus Cactus Pokemon. I haven't decided the other two, but I'm thinking Elekid Magby since I have the link cable item. But would I need like the Magmarizer and Electrizer? Or are you changing that out? But also like, you know, Magby and Elekid are way more valuable than Cleffa. You know? Like, who would pick Cleffa when you got Elekid or Magby? If you really wanted to have Elekid and Magby, you could have Smoochum. But it's not exactly the same, given the amount of evolutions. It's weird that you're going for baby Pokemon, but... what about Baju? It's got, you know, 2 evolutions, and it's decently diverse. If you're having a rival where they're using the other Pokemon, then it would be hard to go with Baju, because like, if your rival goes with Magby, that would be kind of rough, you know? Anyway, we need a female Maractus name, while I help you try and figure out your baby Pokemon. So, yeah, you could do Azurill, that wouldn't be too bad. You could do Igglybuff, Pichu maybe. So, female Maractus Cactus. Maractus Cactus. Mary? Mary the Maractus Cactus? Should we try Mary like that? Or like Murray? Mariactus? I kinda like that, yeah. I don't know, like which of the starters do you really want to have? If you really want Cleffa, then we'll change out Magby and Elekid. But if you really want Elekid and Magby, then we'll change out Cleffa. Because that's not a balanced trio of starters. Sounds like an old name, Mariactus. Yeah, possibly. Alright, let's go back and get some Great Balls while we talk baby Pokemon. So, there isn't too many baby Pokemon with more than one evolution. You got Azurill, you got Baju, you got Magby, Elekid, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Pichu. I think that's it. Oh, I forgot about the breeder! God damn it, Irene. Because like, if I had a choice between Cleffa, Magby, and Elekid, it's like, why would I ever want to go with Cleffa? Like, honestly, like, because it's a stone evolution, you get like no good moves when it evolves, right? So you need to give it all its moves early, or by breeding. So Cleffa doesn't seem too useful in the early game. Meanwhile, Magby and Elekid, they get really no downside to evolution. Like, and also, Clefairy was only really good if you give it like TMs or heart scales to reload moves and stuff. Like, what's it gonna do? Just double slap throughout the game? I think Moonblast is like an egg move. Like, there's another thing, but you would have to change up a fair amount of the Pokemon. If we buy 10, do we get another one? No, there's only for Pokeballs. But this should be good enough. We may as well check out Dwebble and Maractus while we're here. Hasty. Must be the first Pokemon out. Only positive priority moves. So I doubt Dwebble learns anything like Quick Attack. Nah. Unfortunate. And Modest for Maractus. Must be a switch in target unless other Pokemon is KO'd. Okay, so kinda like Silky, right? But instead of when ally is KO'd, we have to send in Silky. Instead, we'll be doing it like, if we need to switch, then we'll have to send in Magnus unless it's KO'd. So, if, for example, we are with Reggie, or Grimer, and we want to switch, we have to go into Magnus. However, if Grimer is knocked out, then we would have to go into Silky. They're both Grass type, so I don't know how much we really want on the team. Probably not that much, if I'm being honest. Trust me, some of these Pokemon will get better once we can teach them TM so they can function. But at least for now, some of them have to be in reserve. Alright, Irene. You can still have Cleffa, right? But you would have to change a fair amount of its move pool to be somewhat useful. Right. Avoid Irene for now. Alright. We're on the hunt for a Sigilyph. It's gonna be a tough one. Thinking we just go buzz straight out the gate. Still curious if we can get Yamask here. Sandshrew. Okay, well we need one of those. We can't switch, we can't really paralyze. So the best we can do is just attack it and hope we catch it. We do like no damage though. We're gonna have to send in Silky. Just 3 Magikarps for starters. That sounds miserable. Hey, we got it with the static. So that's something. Like, if you really want Cleffa, I can give you alternatives. Like, Igglybuff is about the same. If we're doing like a low power thing, you know. Or if you really want Magby and Elkid, maybe go for Azurill or Budgie. So, Cut should be relatively weak. Got it. Female Sandshrew. What are we gonna call it? We are catching everything but the Sigilif. While you catch out with the stream and gonna give it a name, I'm just gonna get a drink. Okay. So, let's see. Clipper was just fit the theme of the game since it's a witch heavy story. The other two were just supposed to be impossible to find in the region. I might do 3 ghost types like Duskull, Litwick, and Pumpkaboo. Fair enough. Witch heavy story. So, is your like character like a witch or like a witch hunter, that kind of thing, or like just someone wearing like a Red Riding Hood kind of thing? Also, I feel like Misdreavus would work better than Litwick, but I understand that it doesn't have a third evolution. I don't know. But anyway, we need a female name for this Sandshrew. Shrew. I feel like we've got Sandy, right? I don't know. His mum's a witch and Sandy. Okay, yeah, sure, we'll go Sandy. Don't know if we had Sandy, but there we go. His mum's a witch. Okay, so if you're wanting some witch themed kind of starters, you could go like Fennekin, Misdreavus. What else? Yes, there aren't too many. So having a triple ghost type doesn't seem that bad. You just need to choose the right ones. Duskull, Litwick, and Pumpkaboo are pretty good choices. Is there anything that could do better? not too many triple evolution ghost types, are there? There's like Ghastly. I guess Punkaroo should be the odd one out there because it's only got one evolution. Duskull Lick is fine. The only other ghost type third evolution line I can think of is Ghastly or like Honedge, but they're not particularly the most suited. Just trying to think of like ghost types in recent gens. Like, what have we really gotten? A lot of like 2 stages, right? Like oh, we can't escape. We can't switch over. Honedge could make sense. Maybe. It's not exactly a witch kind of theme. Unless you wanted some kind of like soul and a sword kind of thing as a possibility. You know, it could make sense as like a curse or as a bargain kind of thing. I don't know, it depends. Are you open to not having a triple evolution? Like, a double evolution, like evolving twice? Because you could have like a bunch of 2-stage Pokemon that could work. You do like Mischievous, maybe like a Morelull, you know? We'll get this to do it. There is access to Megas. Are you doing any new Megas, or are you just doing canon Megas? Because depending on the answer, yeah, answer will be limited. Alright, we had better luck when we were like fast Pokemon like Magby, and then we're just switching to Fluffy. So we'll do that next time. Canon to Gen 8? Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, so if you're wanting your starter to have a Mega, you don't have too many options for a Mega Starter. In terms of like a witch theme, there's like Banette, like Shuffet. There's, I guess, Gengar. Mawile maybe? But they're kind of odd choices for starters. Alright, we're going to have Magby. Oh wait, no, we can't go Magby because we can't switch. So we'll go Lucario, and then we can hopefully run away or switch into Flappy. Tell you what though, I'm not finding any Yamask. Maybe we go further in. Speaking of Megas, this week started for about a new one coming in DLC for ZA. Well, officially all we know is 2 Mega Raichu, but I don't like. There are a bunch of leaks going around, but it might be, you know, it's possible that Nintendo will take you out if you talk too much about it. Because they're not exactly happy about that. So if you end up talking about anything from a leak, it's possible you could be destroyed. Okay, we don't have special attack. Let's go buzzer. So, you just gotta be careful about what you say, because you never know if you're gonna get, like, a, you know, sued for, like, $1 million, you know? I'm not exactly the biggest fan of Nintendo and Pokemon, but even I know not to mess around with them. Hey, Yamask, we'll be able to find out where it spawns. I bet it's in this building. Oh, we have to send in Silky. So yeah, just be a bit careful about what you're talking about, I guess. You never know. But if you want to be cryptic about what kind of Pokemon it is, I can probably guess it. And you know, be a bit quiet about it. So Valley Castle, this is probably where we can get Yamask. So I would like, okay, Buzz is out. We don't have a good Pokemon for whatever. Okay, there's a Yamask. Hopefully this isn't as difficult to capture. We can't hit it as a Lucario, so we're gonna have to switch anyway. Sinnoh Dark type. That's neglected too much. Okay. There's a few options for that, I think. I think there's 2 main options. Yeah. Okay. Either way works, but if I know Pokemon, I know which one's gonna get it. Yeah, based on my kind of understanding of Pokemon, I think I can guess which Pokemon it's gonna be. It's an interesting idea, but I don't know, I feel like the design's already kind of bloated, you know? I mean, as long as you're talking about, like, purely from Sinnoh, you know, there isn't too many options. Unless it happens to be, like, a legendary. That could be interesting, but... But if you're talking about... Oh wait, no, there's a third option, isn't there? That would be interesting, but canonically that doesn't make sense. It's already a weird enough Pokemon, like, you can't just slap a Mega onto it and call it a day. I mean, they seem to be doing that with the current Mega designs, but still. Okay, that's a bit too much of a hint. Seriously? Given that a Mega Evolution? Alright, well, we've got a female Yamask. Like, you don't need to do that. Like... Come on, man. And I'm guessing the counterpart as well? Alright, female Yamask. Alright, I'm naming this one. Alice. If you ever grew up with Backyard Battle Brawlers, you would know that, well, kind of spoilers, but, you know, Masquerade and Alice. I think it's, yeah, it's a bit of a spoiler, but, you know, I mean, it suits. So, what else can we find down here? Okay, well, it's not complete, so there is more Pokemon. But, really? That's the Pokemon they're gonna give a Mega Evolution to? Oh, yeah. Hope you already know too much about the plot. Sorry about that. But like when you're talking about Sinnoh Dark types, I'm like, oh, okay, there's a few good options there. You know, there's some good options. And then it's just, oh, that one's getting a Mega Evolution. Great. It's already a pretty busted Pokemon, all things considered. So I don't think it needed it, if I'm being honest. So, there's another Pokemon that we're missing down here. I wonder if it's like... if we can get, like, Larvesta or something? Maybe in the lower part. Or maybe no, Golett will be later. Like in the Dragonspire Tower or something. Same kind of thing for Litwick. What else can we find here? I hope it's not referencing the fossils down here. But man, the 3 other dark types from Sinnoh, they would have been more interesting, even if one of them also doesn't make sense to, you know, get one. Light screen, which means we're going to use a supporting move. Okay, well we don't have a special attack. Jesus, strong. Alright. Well, we're gonna have to go into Swaddling. Punchco would have been nice. See, that's where you're not being cryptic. That was one of the Pokemon I was kind of thinking. And that was the Pokemon I was predicting that they would give a Mega, given that Game Freak are very lazy, I guess, with the Pokemon that get Mega. Like, they don't really think too much about it. It's like, oh, this Pokemon's kind of popular or not very popular. We'll just slap a Mega onto it, even if it doesn't really need it. Like, its design is already bloated enough. I don't think it needs a Mega. But we've got our Leavanny. Very nice. We are running a bit low on Pokemon. We'll probably call it soon, but I just want to try and get another Pokemon. Wait, is there even much to explore around? Maybe we come back later. We can't really... Oh, we can. Oh, we're gonna have to battle another trainer. Yamask is down there. We got Yamask. That's how we were talking about Bakugan. No, not dig! I'll check the Pokédex again, see if we're missing anything down there. Yeah, so it's not complete yet, so we're missing something. And it's not Sigilyph, because otherwise it would be showing up Sigilyph. So there's gotta be something else down there. Let's get this item over here. Heart Scale. Alright. I'm like, go back, heal up, and then we'll go back down there and check it out. I just realised I can't evolve my Sneasel and Platinum till Victory Road, and I'm devastated. Really? You don't get like a Razor Claw? Maybe if you battle other Sneasel, they have a chance to drop it? Like if you Thief it? But, you know, are you really surprised? You know, it's Game Freak. They do things like that all the time. Dang it. Razor Claw is on Victory Road. Yeah, sounds about right, I guess. Alright. Rook, you're going up first. Oh yeah, you are, trainer. I want to be able to get a Sigilyph. Because, at least for now, it'd be a pretty strong addition to the team. Depending on its nature as well. Like, this thing is strong, man. Come on, Silky. Show us your power. Or we can get destroyed by an air cutter. Okay. Come on, buzzer. See, this thing is strong, man. Also, my most useless mon or run pulled out the win on Zara's Honchkrow, since we're both on 4 subjects. We were on both subjects. Oh, okay. I'm guessing the T was supposed to be an R. Yeah, both. Gotcha. Since we're on both subjects. Fair enough. Yeah, I remember having a snow run one time doing Platinum, and even though it was a recent addition to my team, come on, Dora. It managed to get like 2 to 3 KOs against Cyrus, and it was like more or less month. A combination of like Ice Shard and some crits. It did better than expected. I evolved into the Frostless and it was good after that. Alright. We don't have any special attacks for Lucario, so it's all up to Grimer. It takes my entire team to take out one Sigilyph. Come on, Reggie. Well. Not even that. Because it is a special attack, we do not have a special attack, so the closest we have is a new supporting move. Lucario has been stunlocked. Damn the Sigilyph. Okay, I guess I go... We can do it. I go Buzzer first up, Paralyze, that way, Silky can actually get an attack. And we have a high chance to survive. I'll worry about that when we get there. So, it was my Foitzel, and she's been a piece of paper all run, and became a little grass cannon in that fight. Took Honchkrow's hat and sat on it. Fair enough. Yeah, it's always nice when a Pokemon performs better than expected. But the other potential dark Pokemon from Sinnoh that I was thinking of is... God damn it, Irene! A bit of a, kind of like a bug type, but not really a bug type. Come on, Irene, I know, right? We actually lose to ground a fair bit, don't we? We need like just something else, really. I like Silky on the team. Everything else, I'm kind of open to changing out. I guess Lucario is going to be interesting once we can teach her a special move that way can always kind of function. And the third Dark Pokemon for the Mega Evolution is used by the champion, but it doesn't really make sense for it to get a Mega. Bam. Wait, you guys aren't trainers? Ah, cool. Alright. We're going to get past that Sigilith, check out the remaining Pokemon down there. Dull. And then either get one of the Pokemon's down there or the Sigilith on the outside, and then call it a day. Mega Driftwood. That's not a dark type though. You know? But yeah, I imagine it would be like a Zeppelin. Right. We can actually do a ground type move. Yikes! Okay, we got a crit. We don't need much left. Thank you. I mean, like, if I was in charge of who got a Mega, I would definitely have some options, you know? I don't think any of the Pokemon in ZA I would have given a Mega besides, like, the starters. What do you think? I guess something like Pyro needed one, but it needed a better designed one. Okay. So we can immediately go for Thunder Wave, and then we have the upper hand. Tailwind, what was it? Scything, Egg Cutter. It's a nutty combo. Alright, we can't switch until we get 2 KOs, so let's go for Thunder Shock. Even with the Tailwind, we're outspeeding Juju Paralysis. Pretty interesting. Come on, Buzzer! Hey, Buzzer's doing good. Finally. Takedown. I guess it's better than tackle, isn't it? How do we get that before? See, there's a Yamask. I've already caught one. Hey. I'm actually doing a run of Backyard Battle Goals on the channel now. I see. Well, hopefully I didn't spoil anything you didn't already know. But it's such a random thing to play. I played Vacuum Battle Brawlers. I played the PS2 version and the DS version just to kind of see what it was like. And I like the PS2 version a bit more. The DS version, not as good, I don't think. It's still roughly the same, I just don't like the minigames or the controls of it. Oh, can we get Gothita down here? Or Solosis, depending on our game. That might be the one we're missing. Flame Burst, that sounds good. Yeah, we might be able to get like a Gothita or Solosis down here. I know Vacuum, up to the point they released a massive Dragonoid that was like 7 pieces back in the day. Yeah, I only really know the original series. Everything past that, it's like, no. So, let's check the Podex. Is the Pokemon we're missing Gothita? It is not. Rock Tomb. Okay. That's that one. So we're definitely missing a Pokemon. I don't know what. Let's go back and heal up. And at least try and get a Sigilyph. Beyblade games on DS? Yeah, I haven't really played any of the Beyblade games. I think I tried one of them, but I didn't really like it. But there's a new Beyblade game on Switch, I believe. It looks pretty expensive for what it is, but I can imagine if you're a Beyblade fan, it could be kind of interesting. What we need is like an actual kind of good Beyblade game. Because I'd love to, you know, tinker around with all the, you know, the parts of the Beyblade and really like, you know, design some interesting Beyblades to battle with, you know? Are you, what is it? There's like power, defense, and stamina? What's your kind of Bay? Okay, we don't need to be here, we need to go outside for Sigilyph. Are you more of a stamina, power, or defense kind of guy? Because I think I think I'm more of a stamina kind of guy. Okay. So we'll go Lucario. Alright, we're gonna try and get the Sigilyph and then call it there. So now get out of here. Metal Masters Ultimate Destroyer was one of the best Beyblade games ever. I had both the Metal Fusion and Master games because they came with exclusive tips. My main Beyblade would classify as power. Fair enough. Yeah, in terms of Beyblade, I've only... well, I guess of Beyblade and Bakugan, right? Bakugan, I've only really seen Battle Brawlers. Anything like New Destroyer or like anything else I haven't really seen, because it's like, you know, just OG Dan and Drago kind of thing. For Beyblade, it's the Metal Masters, Metal Fusion, that kind of thing with Jinga Hagane. I actually re-watched that, at least the first series of that, like the other, like last year or something. It was pretty good, you know? The dub of it is like really fun as well with the villain. Ryuga, that's his name. Ryuga's like dub voice is so good. My El Drago collection is ruthless. Yeah, El Drago and Ryuga. Oh man, that was so good. Like, it doesn't get much better than Ryuga. Such an iconic voice with it as well. But you know, like Benkei and Jinga, you know, I don't mind them either. You also got like Tsubasa, you got Yu, Kenta, Madoka. Leon? No, that's the Beyblade. Is it Ryuga, the dragon guy, or is he the lion guy? What's his name? Kyoto? Was it Kyoto for the Leon? Also that crab guy, oh my... I hate that guy. But it was pretty cool that the Beyblades were basically based off the constellations, you know? I mean, not all of them, but you had Capricorn, you had Cancer, you had Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, it was good. Virgo, yeah. Kyoyo? Was that his name? I don't know, it's not 100%. Kyoyo, yeah, there we go. Thought so. And here we go for Sigilith. Man, it was actually a pretty peak show, not gonna lie. Alright, so let's try and force palm a bit so that we can maybe get a paralysis. Or I can just use Whirlwind. And Leon is another I have a few of. Fair enough. I think I remember like getting a little Beyblade kind of setting thing, and it came with like 2 Beyblades or something. I think one of them was in the second series of that show. It was like some kind of... I think it's the one with the whale. The logo. Like, sticker on it. Is that, no, it might not have been a whale. I think it was a narwhal. And I think the other one was Sagittarius. It was a fun little novelty, but it wasn't really that interactive, you know? It was more like, you know, let's try this once and never try it again. It just took up too much space and I didn't have enough room. But I like the idea of Beyblade, I just need to try and find a good game for it. This Sigilif, my god. Sagittarius had one of the coolest attack pieces that was absolutely useless. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't particularly like Sagittarius in the anime. I don't know, like Kenta, I didn't particularly enjoy Kenta. I was a Jinga stan, also Tsubasa stan. Like, I think I like you more than I like Kenta. And of course Rayuga. Rayuga's the GOAT. This Sigilif is gonna be so hard to capture. I can understand why people don't want to use it. Come on. It better have a worthwhile nature. For me, it was Jinka's dad. I had the mostly custom Phoenix build. Reducing its height actually did so much for it. Oh yeah, because he like switched it out to the Phoenix one, which was pretty strong. Decent show. Yeah, I would have loved to have actually, like, you know, play with Bachyon and Beyblade more, but I'm very rural. And, you know, so it's not really a concrete kind of jungle or anything. And, you know, it's not exactly popular with the kids around. Like, if I went to a city, right, I wouldn't I wouldn't have been able to play Beyblade. Like, at best, I could play like Yu-Gi-Oh! Or something. But Beyblade and Bachyon were definitely not too common. You're more likely to battle someone in Pokemon TCG or Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess there's a bit of a Warhammer crowd around here. But definitely not Beyblade or Bachyon. It's the kind of thing where you would have to supply them in order to actually battle them. For us kids at school, we'd carry the holders on our belts like we were in shape. Yeah, I wish we had that. Oh, we had, here, a trap inch! Sorry. That must be a really rare find, because this is the first I found it. So I got arena trap, so we can't switch anyway. We weren't able to get a... We weren't able to get a thingy. I think that counts as a special attack, so... I didn't know we could get a trap inch here. I mean, it makes sense, but... Did not expect it. Name Flappy. He'll be Flappy to fly on. Yeah, we could do that. Hello, Space Dog. Yeah, I did not expect to find a Trapinch here. We were searching for a Sigilyph, but randomly a Trapinch came out of nowhere. So, Flappy. This must be like a really rare find. But we got it. We're just gonna be trying to hunt for... I bet that's what the Pokemon in the Relic Castle was. Let me check. Well, I still need to get the Sigilyph. Okay, so... Trapinch is not the Pokemon down there. But welcome to Space Dog. We are not just doing a casual playthrough, we are doing a challenge run. Sigilyph? Alright, let's try and catch it. Hold your horses, boys. We're gonna try and catch a Sigilyph. Paralysis? Oh, of course, Whirlwind. Also, I just got the info on my Epic Season Rewards for reaching rank A in ZA online. 5 sports ball, a single bottle cap, and some candy. Yeah. I watched a video talking about how long it takes to grind out a competitive team. And there's so much luck involved in getting like bottle caps that doing the Infinite Royale can take you a long time. And so, by the end of it, the guy ended up taking about 25 hours. But part of that was like collecting all the random TMs and the plushies and all that. But still, the majority of it was grinding the Infinite Royale for bottle caps. Alright. We need to try and catch this Sigilyph. Come on, paralysis. Every single time! We don't have a Pokemon to taunt. But yeah, Space Dog, we are doing a challenge round where each nature has its rules on how it's played. So it gets pretty chaotic. But that's why we're trying to get at least one of each Pokemon. That way we can have more options in terms of our team building. I found out the Infinite Royale is how you get AZs for it, and the Master Ball that's useless to me now. I caught the 3 already. Yeah. I honestly don't know what you're expecting from a $70 Pokemon game. Like, you know, it's kind of guaranteed that the post game isn't going to be as good. Wait, we can't use Force Palm because it just used Psywave. That's a mistake. I'm sorry, but we need to... Yeah, luckily we got Whirlwind down up. May as well heal up. Yeah, and like, I would potentially play the game, right? If the post-game content was really good, but if it's only the Infinite Royale and online trainer battles, I don't want to do online trainer battles, right? I don't want to get NSO. So my options are Infinite Royale or nothing. And I doubt the Infinite Royale is hard. And so there isn't really anything for me to sink my teeth into. There's no reason for me to get a competitive team or anything. Because if all I'm going to be doing is battling trainers that I can already beat, then there's not much to do, you know? There's no reason to master the combat. Or like to team build effectively. I mean, the best you could probably do is just like min-max it so you could do the most amount in the Infinite Royale, but it doesn't really sound appealing to me. Competitive slow walk-based legendaries are legal next season. Wow. And if the DLC adds back any of the legendaries that could mega, like Mewtwo, Latias, you know, it's gonna get pretty crazy. But yeah, like, I don't get how ranked is supposed to be fun when it's a 4-player free-for-all. Like, it's so hard to strategize around 3 people. You know, you could get attacked, you could team up with them. You can have like 2 1v1 battles, but it sounds so hard to really strategize around. Like, in a 1v1 scenario, you could do some things, right? But in a free-for-all, there isn't really much of a strategy, is there? The strategy is just running away and sniping up attacks. Yeah, I bet that doesn't sound too fun, does it? Both to battle and to play with. The Sigilif will beat it, definitely. Also make sure you run Gyarados. I'm guessing like Intimidate's like pretty useful or something, isn't it? No wait, no, there is no Intimidate because there's no abilities. That's... Why isn't there abilities? Like, that would add so much depth to the battles. You know? Like, why can't there be abilities in it? There are held items. But why can't there be abilities? Now, does immunity work the way I think it does, where it's like in the game where it does no damage? So if you do like a Dragon type move against Fairy, does it do no damage, or have they changed it so it does a little bit of damage or something? Because something like Gengar, right, with the ability Levitate, without that Levitate, it's like much worse. Because I imagine something like Earthquake would be pretty strong in a free-for-all. And you know, if like the meta's like Draco Meteor out of nowhere or something, maybe some fairy type move Pokemon would be useful. I don't know, it feels like the combat is really half-baked. And since it's half-baked and the kind of endgame reward, endgame challenge isn't really there, that's not really enticing me to pick it up. And the combat is probably the best part of the game, and if that's not appealing to me, then none of it is, really. I'm not exactly there for the story, not exactly there for the world, or the exploration. You know, like, the combat's gotta be the best part for me. And from what I've seen, it's not even that good. Okay, it might be a thing where we come back for Sigilif later. We are approaching the 2-hour mark, and spending a lot of time on this Sigilyph. Maybe later we'll come back for it, otherwise we can just kind of skip out on this Pokemon. Probably gonna get a shiny before I can get a Sigilyph. Alright, whatever. I'll find a better spot to save it. Okay. So, we got a few Pokemon. I guess we can check out what their natures are, and then we can call it there. So, we got a Sandshrew, a Trapinch. Yeah, I think that's what we got since last time. Maybe the Yamask as well. So let's check them out, see if they're any useful. Maybe they'll be on the team, maybe they won't be. Gotta watch out for Irene! This will be the one NPC's name that I will remember forever. Like, this city on DS is more alive than Lumia City. Like, sure, the people don't really do much, right? You can run into them, but they're moving! They got places to be. They're not just standing around doing nothing. Alright. I don't like how Trapinch has like such a pink thing in the box, but when you mouse over it, it's like a orange or brown. No, it's not orange. Like, it's so pink in this. It almost looks like and it's got the green stripe instead of a white silver stripe, so it's like a shiny or something. Anyway, gonna make Youngster Joey a gym leader, 1 level 100 Rattata. You could do that, yeah, sure. Alright, so Sandshrew, Naughty. A debuff per enemy Pokemon on the field before damaging moves. So, does not have like Sand Attack at the moment, but could be kinda useful. We got Alice, the brave Yamask. Must be 5 levels older than your other Pokemon on the team. So maybe a later kind of thing. And we got Flappy, the hasty Trapinch. Must be the first Pokemon out, only positive priority moves. I don't know if it has any. Not at the moment. Don't think it gets any. Does it get Quick Attack? Maybe. But it doesn't look like they're going to be too useful. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's stream. We did a fair amount of catching, I guess. But for the most part... Hang on, let's see, there we go. But for the most part, we're just kind of chilling. Exploring the area. Look, we could maybe go back for that Sigilyph. I might also Google what else is in that castle that we can get. It might be like a later on thing, but who knows. But otherwise we'll maybe battle some of the trainers around and head on to Nimbus City next time. Alright, so I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next week. See ya.